at first when I was looking, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to choose. And then I was like, you know what? Real estate law is the easiest one, so let's stick with that one for now. So far, that's what I'm pursuing. But anyway, I looked up some statistics, and I don't remember the numbers by heart, but 75% of lawyers are in private practice. The other 25% are either not lawyers and they didn't make it, or they work for the government.
What's that mean?
7.5% of those work for government agencies. 8.5% work for private industries. 1% work for legal aid, which is defenders, public defenders. Let's say someone gets arrested and they can't afford a lawyer. This person is assigned to them. Anyway, there's a few skills that you need in order to be a lawyer, and there's that you take the test, the bar exam for law, and involved in it is they test you on these skills, and they see if you have these skills. You have to be able to analyze. You have to be able to look at a problem, and you have to be able to say, okay, this is the problem. This is what we're going to do about it. You have to be able to synthesize. You have to be able to take all the information you've got, put it together. That's very important, because if you can't put things together, then why are you a lawyer? Advocate.
Good question.
You have to be able to bring it out. You have to be able to bring it out and show everyone and say, you have to be able to prove it, like, not prove it, advocate doesn't mean prove, but you have to be able to show it, and, yeah. Write and speak. If you can't speak, then you shouldn't be anything near a lawyer, because then that's the whole job, speaking. And negotiate. Not all lawyers need to negotiate. For example, a real estate lawyer doesn't need to negotiate, but still, you should know how to negotiate, because what if you want something? Anyway, I have some facts on my phone that I was typing up on my way here. Not like that, like I wanted to give away some facts, so I got it all together on my phone. I wanted to synthesize all my information.
Okay.
Anyway,
What's wrong with this kid?
Anyway, the median pay per year is $112,000 around, but again, I said not everyone makes it, because that's just what life is. Most lawyers work in private industry. Most lawyers have to go out and find a business. For example, you go to college 4 extra years for law. It's usually 4 extra years. And once you go to college for law, you have to go out. There's no necessary free work time. Like a doctor, you have to go and work in a hospital for a certain amount of time in order to get your doctorate degree or whatever. But a lawyer, you don't need to do that, but it's highly recommended that you go ahead and you work for a firm, or you get internships so that you can, in order to progress, to make connections. It's mostly to make connections, not to learn, because you want to make connections so that if you do have a skill, they see and they learn that, oh, you do have a skill, and that will take you into our firm, and maybe you'll make it big one day. But if you're just going to sit home and say, I went to college, let me send my application out, there's no way for people really to know whether or not you have skills. So basically, that's what my project is about. I don't know, do I have a lot more time?
I could ask you some questions.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
So what does a lawyer, or somebody into New Play, go to law school, typically major in?
Law. No, you have to major in paralegal. You could.
It's a little bit of a trick question.
Yeah, you tricked me. I really, I wasn't prepared for the question.
You could really major in just about anything if you plan on going to law school. There's no preferred major, but
Trick question.
A lot of lawyers have a background in political science or philosophy or even English, since strong writing skills are necessary as a lawyer.
Yeah, most politicians also start off as lawyers.
It's true. Barack Obama, right?
Yes.
He was once a lawyer, studied law. What loans do you plan on? What's an average amount of student loan debt for someone in law school? Not undergrad, just law school.
Law school. It costs a lot of money.
All right. like $250,000 left.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was really gonna say that. $250,000 is a lot of money.
Good math.
Synonymous for $250,000, $250K is about the typical amount of loans you could plan on taking out. There aren't really grants or scholarships for lawyers because with that average of $112,000 a year, you could typically pay that back
Typically.
if you get a job
Yeah.
working in the field. One of the main way that students get through law school is they get what's called a Parent Plus loan, which means that your parents sign to, and it's actually a government loan, just like Brooklyn College offers it to undergrads, but if you're going into the medical field or in law, they'll give you a larger amount of money because schools are that much more expensive.
I just want to point out that I have all this information in my paper. I just didn't memorize it all.
Okay,
Alright.
that's fine. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll shoot it. No, this is just what research you've done so far, so this is good.
Okay.
Wow. Whoa.
Do you have any idea where the bar is the hardest? What states?
Actually, I think I read something about Chicago, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. So, it's typically agreed that in New York and California, the bar is hardest.
I
to
should have
pass.
guessed that actually.
Yeah, because there's a lot happening in those states, right?
Yep.
But Illinois would be the third. Illinois being the state, Chicago being the city.
Yes, I knew that.
Did you look into any specific schools?
I did not yet because I am not up to that yet. Because it was so like at first I chose business because
Bullshit,
that's
bullshit,
what I thought, and then I was thinking about it and I was like,
Bullshit.
I don't want to pursue business. Business is sort of like, for me, not for everyone obviously, but business should be a second choice for me. Whereas if I'm going to go to school, I feel like you should go to school for everything,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're going to go to school, you shouldn't be going to school. Business is the last thing you should be going to school for. Not that you should. That's not what I mean. For me, not for everyone else.
Okay.
I feel like if you're going to go to school, you should. I want to plan bigger than what I want to do, and I feel like law is just bigger for me than business would be for me. And if I end up in business, then I end up in business.
Right.
So that's why I didn't exactly. I'm still debating about schools. I'm looking into business schools as well as law schools, but I'm not even sure yet.
Okay, yeah, and there's no reason why right now you couldn't do a business major and then that
Yeah,
would
exactly.
be applicable to go to law school. Okay, real estate law is, you're right, it's like the easiest law because you don't ever have to go to litigation. You are, in New York specifically, it is a law that any property bought,
Exactly.
a real estate lawyer has to be there. That's not true for every state, but it's true for New York. Also true for California. Also, a good field of law to go into is tax attorney, because you also never have to go to litigation. So if you don't ever want to go to court, tax attorney is a good one.
At first, I was thinking the court part is the funnest part, but then I realized I'm not so good at public speaking.
Yeah, it's also like
Us too.
the schedule can be a bit more rigorous.
Yeah,
and,
that
like
helps, huh?
getting things done whenever you want to get them done. But yeah, okay, very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Boo. Boo.